Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into something incredibly moving. We're unpacking the philosophical themes hidden inside a really brief but deeply resonant excerpt from The Heart of Silverbrook. This text is an absolute masterpiece when it comes to exploring the delicate mechanics of grief, the enduring nature of human connection, and what it actually means to keep someone alive in our minds. Let's get right into it.
He remembered not only losing her, but loving her. Wow. This opening line immediately hooks us, right? Because it signals this massive internal breakthrough. We're watching a grieving man experience a profound shift in real time. His brain is finally no longer completely hijacked by the trauma of her absence. He is remembering the love. It's a super subtle shift on the page, but an absolutely monumental one in human life.
So let's start by unpacking this first core idea, the lost love remembered.
When we lose someone, the immediate human reaction is often just to fixate on the massive void they left behind. We focus entirely on the loss. It's this emotional paralysis that literally defines a person by the fact that they're not there anymore. But the actual healing, the healing power lies in shifting that focus over to the enduring presence of the love you shared. Healing isn't about somehow magically forgetting the loss. It's about actively allowing the memory of that love to take up space in your life again.
Which brings us directly to the catalyst of this whole shift, Evelyn's lasting message.
We get introduced to Evelyn through this one specific memory that Mia hears. She says, "If he ever forgets me, remind him that love is stronger than memory." Evelyn is staring down a terrifying reality here. She's acknowledging that, hey, the brain might fail and the specific details might physically fade away, but she counters that deep fear with a really powerful reassurance. Okay, but we need to pause for a second on what stronger actually means in this specific context. We obviously aren't talking about physical force. We're talking about having the absolute power to endure way beyond our cognitive limits or the natural fading of time. Evelyn is asserting that love inherently outlasts the simple cognitive function of recalling events. Think about it. The neurological pathways that hold a specific memory, like what you guys had for breakfast on a random Tuesday, those are going to degrade. But the emotional imprint, that foundational feeling of love, it's infinitely deeper. It is, quite literally, stronger.
All right, shifting gears a bit, we really need to talk about Mia's true purpose in all of this.
Because before hearing Evelyn's voice, Mia completely misunderstood her own gift. She honestly thought she was meant to be this passive vault, just going around collecting memories that were fading away. It's kind of a depressing, static existence. But then it clicks. She realizes her gift has nothing to do with hoarding the past. Not at all. She is an active participant in healing people. She's a bridge, actively returning those memories. Her real purpose is giving people their hearts back.
You can really break down the magic of Silverbrook into a logical, three-step sequence. Step 1 is pretty simple. Someone loses a piece of their past. Honestly, that's just the human condition. Time naturally erodes our highly detailed recollections. Then, step 2, Mia steps in and actively returns that memory. And the amazing result in step 3 is that they find their heart again. The text specifically equates losing a memory to losing a tiny piece of your heart, so returning that memory is this beautiful act of emotional restoration. Mia is literally healing the town one restored memory at a time, facilitating that exact shift we talked about earlier, moving people from focusing on loss back to focusing on love.
And that leads us to the climax of the story, the viral philosophy explained.
Let me ask you a question. When do people truly disappear? Think about the deep connections you hold dear in your own life. Is it when they move to another city? Is it when they pass on? Or is it something else entirely? This taps into such a universal human anxiety, that deep-seated fear of being completely forgotten, of just fading into nothingness. Well, The Heart of Silverbrook beautifully resolves that tension with its core philosophical thesis. People don't disappear when memories fade, they disappear when love is forgotten. I mean, wow. It completely decouples a person's existence from that fragile biological filing cabinet of human memory. It's a promise to the reader that you do not disappear just because someone can't remember the exact sound of your laugh anymore. Your impact is tethered entirely to the love you created and shared. As long as that love remains, you remain.
So, if we boil this whole text down to its essence, it really comes down to three foundational pillars. First, memories naturally fade over time. It's just a biological fact, and the story accepts it without any judgment. Second, love outlasts cognitive recollection. It's the solid bedrock that stays put, even when specific details weather away. And third, active remembrance is what truly connects us. Just like the man at the very beginning of the story who actively remembered loving her, keeping a connection alive requires the active, conscious choice to focus on the love.
Mia found her true purpose in actively restoring the hearts of the people around her. So, the ultimate question for us is, how will you return a memory today? Look, you might not have magical powers, but you absolutely have the power to remind someone of a shared joy, or to send them an old photo, or simply make the choice to focus on the love someone left behind rather than the painful void of their absence. Thanks so much for exploring these incredible themes with me today, and keep finding the heart in your own stories. Catch you next time.